Hey guys, it's Priscilla from the La Gardenista Pharmacy. I am out in the garden today picking some tomatoes and some other herbs in order to be able to make an oven roasted tomato sauce. So I thought I was recording before, but it did not record. I can actually see that it's recording now. So I'm going to show you what I've picked so far, and then we're going to go ahead and pick some more, okay? So here is what I've gotten so far. It's a couple big ones, slicers, couple little Romas, and then we're gonna go get the cherry ones in a little bit. I think I got all the big ones here that were ready, so we're gonna grab these orange ones from over here. So I like these little cherry ones. I actually just often will walk past them and pop them in my mouth. Oh, we've got a loose chicken. Ma'am, you need to go back where you know you're supposed to go. She's always coming over and hopping over where she's not supposed to be. I'm surprised the other ones didn't follow suit yet. Alrighty. See? There's more on this side that's ready. I'm just picking them. Don't fall. And dropping them in. That one's the one that had the damage on it from before, so we're just gonna drop that there. Wow, picking the good ones. I'm gonna pick mostly the orange ones, the ones that are yellow. I mean, there's not that they're not good. I'm just gonna let it vine ripen a little bit longer. They taste better when they ripen all the way on the vine. And I'm gonna sample one. Now this one is still out here where she knows she's not supposed to be. Ma'am. No, don't run. Don't run. Come on. You gonna go back? Nope. Come here. This is how we get her back where she's supposed to be. Come on. Let's go. Go on. And watch her come right back over. Go in. Thank you. Alright, so back to picking. So now that I got that, I'm going to also now grab some basil. Fresh basil. And I could snip it. You could pull the leaves individually. I don't do all that. Like I told you before, I don't baby my stuff. Very rough most times. And oftentimes the plants can handle it. If not, then I need a tougher plant. I should have brought my shears. There we go. So, good amount of basil. And a little bit of flour on the flower head on top, but I'll take that off in a little bit. And some more here. So just pick it because I'm gonna leave the flower heads on these. One, because the bees seem to like it. And two, it gives me seed for next season. Oh, there is another one down there that was ready. Hopefully it's not infected or damaged because it is on the ground, but it's not. Oh, look at that bad boy. Some good tomatoes. Alright, finish getting some more basil. Can never have enough basil. And the more you pick, the more the plant grows back. So again, I don't have to baby these. All right, so this is what I've gathered from outside, and I will spread it out in a second. All right, so here's the harvest. The 3 different tomatoes: okra, cherry tomatoes, Roma tomatoes, beefsteak tomatoes, okra. Plenty of thyme, oregano, garlic chives, tricolor sage, plenty of basil. I grabbed another dandelion and dandelion root, so I'm gonna dehydrate the root and the leaves for tea, and then I grabbed the last of the scallions. And then I'm going to get everything washed, chopped up. I am going to be cutting these up. So starting with the tomatoes, and I'm simply cutting them in 4s. So I don't know if you can kind of see it, in 4s, and then sticking them on this tray here. While I'm doing that, sending the big one outside to go and tend to the chickens because I told them to feed them earlier, and apparently they weren't fed, so that's the reason why they always jump over the fence if they're hungry or thirsty. But I will get these cut up, and then I'll let you see what the tomatoes look like all cut up, and then I'll start working on the herbs and the peppers. All right, so got all the tomatoes that I'm going to use cut up and diced kind of in chunks. So next I'm going to work on peppers. Probably going to use more than that, but that's next on the list. And I'll be back. All right, so now we've got the peppers in and the tomatoes, and I mixed it up a little bit. So what I'm going to do now next are the herbs and the shallots. All right, so I've got the last of the herbs and sticking them over here. And then I'm going to mix them all together, add a little bit of olive oil, some spice. I'm going to put the onions in here too, some minced garlic because I don't have fresh garlic. Yes, baby. The child is on the counter.
Mama.
Yes, child. Dirty face and all. He just woke up from a nap. And Devin, turn it down. So finish up in a little bit, and I'll show you what it looks like before it goes in the oven, and then what it looks like after it comes out of the oven. So here it goes before it goes into the oven. So it has the tomatoes, the peppers, it has the shallots, it has thyme, fresh basil, fresh oregano, and then I've sprinkled onion powder, garlic powder, seasoned salt, and drizzled some olive oil. And in the oven it goes for 375 for 40 minutes. And I'll show you what it looks like afterwards. All right, here's the roasted tomatoes and herbs from the garden that I'm about to put into the blender and blend into a tomato sauce. This is definitely spicy, so it's thick, and I don't mind it actually being that thick, but it is absolutely delicious, and it's got a kick to it. It's almost like a peanut butter consistency, but it's okay. I'm gonna put it in a mason jar, and I'm gonna let it cool, and I'm gonna store it in the fridge because we'll probably use it sooner rather than later. But if I wasn't going to use it soon, and if I was making a larger batch, I would definitely bathe it as if you would normally do your cans or your jars in a pot and bathe it, and then that way you can store it in a cabinet or a closet until you're ready to use it. But this will probably get used soon, so I'll just stick it in the fridge. And there goes the final product. tomato sauce, roasted tomato sauce, going in the fridge.